So this is another exciting edition. We'll be talking about another IC called 4069. Like as I said, print the IC pin out and gum it at your wall so that you can easily understand what is going on in those IC. This is proudly brought to you by Robin Tech Electric. Now, almost same to that of 4069, but in this case, this one has, let me put the center leg, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Your number 1, your number 7, number 8, and number 14. So they count it this way. But for this one, 4069, your 7 is the ground. This is where the power is from. While 14 is VDD or VCC. Don't get confused. You put your positive voltage here and your negative voltage at 7 to power the IC. So always ensure that if you are not hearing any relay making adjustment or your varying is not making adjustment, don't forget to check whether voltage is entering the IC first. Now this IC is different from the other one. This one has 6 input and 6 output. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. So it is again. In, out. So 3 on one side. Actually, now each of this section, this is how they draw it. That is how they draw it. Here is the in, here is the out. Now, how does this IC works? If you feed in a low voltage here, you will get a high voltage here. If you feed in 5 volts here, you will get an output of 0 volts. So it switches the input. Let me use that word, inverting. So if you feed in a low voltage here, let's say from your variable, you vary it here to get a low voltage here, and output a high voltage will come out. If you vary it here to get a high voltage here, a low voltage comes out. That's how it is. This is how this IC works. If you check inside the circuit diagram, they normally link the input of 1 to the output of 1. That's how majority of it is connected inside stabilizer. If here is 0 volts, meaning here will now be 5 volts, this 5 volts enters here again, and here will now be 0 volts. So understand the difference in IC and their pin out. Their pin out are different. So if you are working on any stabilizer, look at it whether it's LM324 or 4069. And the same principles also goes to 4011. 4011 is a more complex IC. So you can check out the pin out yourself. If you have an issue, you let me know. That one has 2 input, 1 output, something like this. Let me not spend the whole day drawing that one. Now, how does this one works? If you have 1 here, if there is a high voltage in this input, a high voltage in this input, your here will remain high. Sorry, if there is an high voltage here, a high voltage here will remain low. If you have low here will remain high. You understand? If this one is high, meaning your output is going to be low. If this one is low, your output is going to be high. But this one, they normally use it to control the display in stabilizer. The major IC they use to control those relay are 4069 and LM324. So this is all you need to know about the IC. If there's any point you don't understand, draw my attention and I will talk more on it. Once again, this is the end of LM324. Any other lecture comes up during the troubleshooting stage. So once again, thank you for watching. God bless you.